Hey, it's Jamaison. I usually like to do an unboxing, but there really wasn't much to unbox. I opened the box and here they are. So I'm going to show you and then do a project with these little slumping forms. So these are from lookmanostand.com. And this is just a cute little S-curve slumping form. Check that out. So this one is 3x5. There's actually even a smaller one that's 2x3, which is super cute. I didn't order that. I ordered the 3x5, and then this is 4x6. But I love this little size, and I ordered multiples because honestly, they're not that expensive. So I ordered 6 of the 4x6, and I think that's the same. Yep, 6 of the 3x5s. Because I think these are going to be fun. And so I may, want to go into production mode and be able to slump several things at one time, which is why I ordered multiples, but they were so inexpensive. It's easy to do that. Or if I have like a workshop with people over or go host a workshop, then I've got multiples. So what I am planning to do is just a little Christmas scene or a snowy scene for the holidays. I have some of this white wispy on clear glass. This is obviously just a piece of scrap, but I'm thinking I can cut right here and maybe on this smaller guy. That might be a little too tall. I like the rolled edge, kind of here on the bottom. I think I can make that work. So I may cut that segment and use that there. Could maybe even get another segment. And then I was thinking on this larger one, this is all subject to change after I turn off the camera. I'm just thinking out loud. But I kind of like that point on there and then doing, some of this glass and then adding some little tree shapes that I cut, adding some snow, some Murrini, and just making little winter scenes and slumping them. I thought that could be kind of fun. So what I'm going to do, these are already cut. I am going to clean up my glass and position these in the kiln for a slump after I fire it first. So I'm going to cut my glass, create my little winter scenes, fire them in the kiln, probably about somewhere between 1375 and 1400 to tack and slightly contour, really more tack those pieces on. Then I will slump them in a separate firing. So I'm going to start to build out my pieces, and I'll show you what those look like before I go on to slumping them. All right. So I pulled my pieces out of the kiln. Here's the smaller one and the bigger one. So I had some really neat water jet cuts that I've had forever from the Glass Underground. So shoptheunderground.com. And they were a pink striker that is beautiful. It says Joy. I have some in yellow as well. I've had these so long, I don't know if they sell them anymore, but I've had them for probably 2 or 3 years. I've been coveting them and holding on to them, and so I finally used them. I put a little wedge tree on here. This is a wreath Murrini from Tabitha at Tabitha's Glass Emporium, along with some mittens from Tabitha and some pine cones from Lori at Wilderness Glass. And I just cut this scrap piece of glass. I mean, it's very organic. What I'm going to do is add a piece of kiln paper to this. Now, you could put some kiln wash or spray this with zip as a release agent, but I'm lazy. So I'm just going to put some paper, and I'm going to set that on there, and then we will slump that. And then here is the other one. Now, this one I did 2 layers. So I did almost, kind of a mountain view here. Added the Joy again, used the rolled edge from Bullseye, and then cut this other piece of scrap. I've got a little house, a gingerbread kind of style house, and a tree, a couple of Santa penguins and a snowman, all from Tabitha at Tabitha's Glass Emporium. This is a Tabitha star, and all of these ornaments and little snowflakes are from Tabitha. And then the lights are from Tabitha. And what I did was I used my platinum and a fine liner pen, my platinum luster and a fine liner pen to just draw this little squiggly line. I arranged my lights and I fired this whole thing. Now I did a nice long anneal on this because of the layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 layers of glass basically. So I did a long anneal on this. I had fired it up to 1375 for 10 minutes. I'll put a piece of paper on here. Sorry, I put a candy in my mouth and now it's like creating a bunch of spit. So I'm going to put some paper on here and slump this one as well as a self-stander. I'm going to go really slow on the ramp because this is such a thick piece of glass. And I did anneal it really well, but you don't want to go too fast on something like this. So I'm probably going to go 100 degrees an hour. That's probably slow enough. up to 1200. I'll hold it at 1200 for 20 minutes maybe. That might even be too long. And then I'll do a really nice long anneal on my ramp back down. I'll probably just do the same anneal, about 5 hours. So there you go. I'm going to stick these in the kiln, and I'll cross my fingers that my schedule is correct, and then I'll show you what they look like when they come out. All right, bona fide kiln reveal here. I have not opened this yet. Oh, they look great. They slumped really great. Okay, I'm gonna clean these up and take them over to the workbench, and we'll take a harder look at them. All right, here we are. Here's the little guy, and here's the bigger guy. And I'm thrilled with both of these. I think they turned out real sweet. They both sit quite nice, so great little slump form, and again, inexpensive, so something for you to consider. Keeps hitting my grid, so I promise it sits better. But yeah, very nice the way these turned out. I loved using some scrap glass for this. Again, most of this came from old stock from Tabitha, so I'm not sure what she has now, but if you're interested in checking it out, just go to tabithasglassemporium.com to see what you can find there. And I also got these pine cones from Lori Moreno at Wilderness Glass. And the water jet cutouts came from the Glass Underground, shoptheunderground.com. Again, I don't know, though, if they even have this anymore. But if you don't see it online, reach out and ask. I'm sure they'd be happy to cut some for you. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. I've got more coming. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.